Morning all. We're just trying to let the audience build up for a few seconds. You guys are coming right on. Listen, if you want to catch me live and you're not able to catch me live, make sure to hit the subscribe button. That'll pop up. And when you hit the subscribe button, also hit the notification bell. And that's how you get notified if I have any live videos. Good morning, everyone. Or that's how you get notified when I have a live video. Good morning, everyone. I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Black Dragon National President. And so good to see everyone this morning. I got 7 thumbs up. It's always good to wake up to an inviting audience, because sometimes I get like thumbs down, and I haven't even started talking yet. So there are obviously some haters out there, and welcome to you too. But today's subject is a little interesting. I got a email, of course. I'll summarize it. Dear Black Dragon, how many enforcers can our motorcycle club have? We currently have 4, and we have been told by another club that we are, I forget the terminology, maybe out of order or not doing things right or something. And so we just thought we would ask you, how many enforcers can we have? So, you guys bring up some interesting things with questions like that. And my first thing is, when you're a, come here dog, come here. When you're a 99%er, if you're a 99%er motorcycle club, well, yeah, you have to have a good idea about what protocol is and how it works. And you also have to have a good idea about what things 99%ers should be doing and what things you shouldn't be doing. And I say that because in the aggregate, no one can tell you how many of something you should have, like how many sergeant at arms, how many road captains, how many VPs. You could really have about as many of those as you wanted to have. But you have to understand, if you're a 99% motorcycle club, in other words, if you're not a 1% motorcycle club, there are things you should veer away from. And one of those things is you should veer away from 1%er terminologies. And enforcers are typically things you're going to see in a 1% motorcycle club. And although there's not like some specific regulation that you'll read that will say that 99%ers can't have enforcers, but the problem you'll run into is you'll have a 1% club come up on your so-called enforcer and take that patch off of them. So there are certain kind of nomenclatures you should stay away from as a 99%er. And you see it a lot, and I've run into trouble with it in the Black Sabbath. So I probably should do a video that says the key words and tricky phrases you shouldn't use it on your patches and in your identification, because it can cause you as much trouble with one percenters as putting a state on your back. So one of those is Nomad, and I'm going to do a whole video about that. But when you have FTW, which stands for F the world, FUCK the world, that kind of patch is really thought of as a one percenter patch. And other patches like that, if you see them in one percenter nomenclature, you should veer away from that in your own motorcycle club. It can have really negative results for you. Whereas you have somebody standing in your face saying, well, if this is the life you're claiming, let's see you hold that down. And that can be kind of tricky and kind of difficult. I've seen people get that kind of stuff cut right off of their vest, taken right off their cuts. So you just have to be entirely careful with something like that. 99% motorcycle clubs really are not thought of as having enforcers. And part of this comes with a knowledge of motorcycle club protocol and history, and the knowledge of the jobs are and what they mean. And what is a 99% club enforcing? You know, enforcers have duties in 1% motorcycle clubs that I won't mention here. But they're not the duties that a that a 99% motorcycle club should ever be in need of. You're not enforcing a damn thing. So you don't have the power to enforce anything. You don't have the manpower, the backing, and your people aren't built like that. So walking around with an enforcer name tag on, or enforcer officer tag, that can get you some flack that you might not be ready to take. Of course, it could go just fine, and you never hear anything about it. But it is typically thought of as a one percenter kind of thing when you're talking about enforcers and those kinds of positions. Really, what a 99% motorcycle club has is sergeant at arms. Sergeants at arms. That would be plural. I've seen some with a master sergeant at arms and several assistant sergeant at arms. That's going to play the role that you're looking for a quote-unquote enforcer to play. But it's very much interior to the motorcycle club. So if that club told you that you guys weren't doing things right, they were absolutely right. If I were you, I would drop that tag altogether and put sergeant at arms on those four guys. Now, as to how many you can have as many as the club needs. If you've got a club of 150 people, you might need one sergeant at arms and 15 assistants. You know, only you know that. So there's pretty much, I mean, road captain, you might have road captain, one road captain, but if you have motorcycle club of 400 people, you might have 10 road captains, or one road captain and 9 assistants, or a senior road captain and 4 tail gunners. However they do that thing. Now, those are terms that you see in 99% motorcycle clubs. You don't see enforcers because, again, most 99% motorcycle clubs or family clubs or riding clubs, whatever term you have for it, they ain't enforcing nothing, baby. They ain't about that life, so sit on down with that. So I hope that kind of clarifies that, because adopting 99 or 1%er terms can really get you in a situation where you're looking kind of crazy. I've seen it before too, like when it comes to like support clubs. Somebody was talking to me once about their support club, and they had a support t-shirt, and you know, support your local such and such is not a term typically associated with 99% clubs. So these are terms you should veer away from on your t-shirts. Support your local such and such. You need to be damn sure you have the strength to hold something like that. If you're going to use those kind of terms, do you have the power to back that up? And in most cases, hell no. So just wanted to bring that up this day and see how everyone's doing. I see I got a lot of people on, but somebody who knows me has to call me so my phone will flip over so I can talk to you guys. Other than that, I don't know, the phone is just stuck and doesn't seem to work. Hold on, let me see if I can do something real quick.